Hey guys, it's MJ, and this is the general reading for Tuesday, March 24th. I'm gonna get right to it because I have, for being sheltered in place here, I still have a lot to do, and there are things I still need to do, even though the printer is handling the Grimalkin deck. There's stuff on my end that needs to be finished as well, and so I'm working on that. I'll be sending out another update. I also have a kid home that needs some attention, and I'm also trying to be a teacher, which I'm failing at miserably, by the way. So anyway, let's get started and let's see what the energy the crows bring to us. What should we focus our awareness on right now? Oops. Okay. Yikes. So what did we see yesterday? We saw the Five of Pentacles. So this is how my decks seem to play with one another. And we have, like, you'll see this happen fairly regularly, where if the energy isn't picked up by one deck, the other one will step up and say, hey, this is what's happening now. We need to pay attention. So whereas yesterday the Wise Dog brought us the Five of Pentacles, as the energy that's coming to us, we're now in that place of seeing what's happening with that Five of Pentacles, of feeling that sense of anxiety and dread. And despite the fact, there's this call as if like the virus is just going to magically disappear and we're going to return to life as normal, what's actually happening is that more people are going to get sick, and we are going to have to shelter in place maybe a little bit more. There is going to be an awareness on resources. You may be feeling this need to go out and panic buy. Please don't panic buy. Just make a public service announcement here real fast. When you panic buy and you stock up, you're taking away from people who have limited resources. And they might not have a bank account full of money. They might require, some time, or they may get a check once a month. And when they go to the grocery store, they can't get the supplies that they need. So that's just, no need to stock up on 10 rolls of toilet paper or 10, big, containers of rice. It's like, it will be there, but just know that there are people out there who are going without. So that's what this Five of Pentacles is bringing to my awareness, just being conscious of how we're all connected on this planet, and how we are all a source of power for each other and resources. So here we have this Five of Pentacles, and be aware, you may start feeling sick, your health may be an issue. If that's the case, this is where that spiral seems to come into play. If you're not taking care of your health, if you're acting in a way that is, risky, and say going to parties or engaging in activities that are risky right now, you may find yourself becoming ill, and as a result, you may notice that your resources seem to deplete. So keep that in mind right now. Just be aware that this energy is very present. It's not just you, it is the entire world. This energy is right now with us, and we want to be extra careful. We want to make sure that we lean on the support that we have, that we look for the resources that are available to us. If you can get help, reach out to that help. I know there can be a fear, there's some stigma, with collecting an unemployment check. Get over it right now, because that is going to help you maintain. It's going to also help you stay healthy by providing you with the nourishment and the food that you need to eat. So keep in mind, that is the energy right now that is present, and it's not permanent. None of this is permanent, There's nothing permanent about this situation. And in fact, it seems to change almost daily. So I'm just... So let's see what the dogs bring to us here. Speaking of dogs, I don't know if you can hear Layla. Layla's eating her breakfast. I got her one of those puzzle bowls, and because she eats really fast. And so I have to say, if you have a dog who eats really, really fast, these puzzle bowls are amazing. She just, it's great. They are a little noisy, but they're great. Okay, so speaking of the dogs, let's see, dogs, what do you have for us? Here, look who shows up again. Here we have the Hermit. We're working with a very consistent energy, if nothing else, right? Here we have this energy that's coming to us of perhaps going inward, checking in with ourselves, finding that wisdom, taking this time right now. This is an opportunity. You can look at this as, oh God, I gotta stay inside. Blah, you know, I mean, like, I'm with you in many cases here, but it's also a wonderful opportunity to explore new avenues, to go inward, to maybe take 20 minutes and meditate, you know, where if you were off to work and shuffling the kids and doing all these chores and taking care of business outside the home, now this is a great opportunity to kind of just reconnect with yourself, with your spirit. So you are going to find that this opportunity is present. It's going to be coming to you. It is one that radiates across this reading. And I really feel like there is some good that can come out of the situation. You know, it's time to make some lemonade out of lemons. And if you've been looking to write a book, if you've been looking to create, an art project, if you've been looking just to go inward and figure out what the hell you want to do with the rest of your life, this is the opportunity. This is the break. This is that time that we're getting, you know, whether we like it or not. We have collectively been put into a timeout, in a sense. So, and even though, yes, for many of us, business moves on as normal, a lot of our days have changed dramatically, and connecting with our higher self, figuring out where the lessons are for us, you know, for those of us who are still working, who are still trying to maintain some sense of normalcy, this Hermit energy is going to provide some answers that we may have overlooked. So let's see what the cats bring to us. And keep in mind, this is my mock-up deck. This is not the deck from the printer yet. The printer is still working. I checked in with them on Friday. Things are still progressing as normal down there. They are in Florida, so I don't know how impacted they are with the coronavirus. If you're from Florida, please feel free to shout out. Let us know what's going on down there. Last I heard, I saw kids on the beach. So let us know, how are you handling the coronavirus? Are you sheltering in place? Is it pretty much, you know, life is normal? I don't know. Here, we just got a shelter in place, or not a shelter in place, but I don't know what he calls it, what Inslee calls it. It's stricter than what we had last week. But we can still go out to the grocery store and the pharmacy and take our dogs for walks, basically. So, and I'm still going to the post office. I'm trying to not make as many trips, so I do try to consolidate when I can, because I don't want to go out there too often. You know what I mean? So, okay, so cats, what are you going to bring to us for advice? What can you share with us that will help us maybe ease some of the friction that a lot of us are experiencing right now? Maybe a lot of the fear. And here we have the Death card. And so I know, right? This kind of sounds scary at first, doesn't it? But it's really not. I mean, what we have here is not a death. Well, though we collectively, yes, on this planet right now, we are experiencing many deaths. But for this reading, this is about shedding the old self. This is about going back to the basics. This is about you reconnecting with your spirit, with your original self, that part of you that came in to this world absolutely perfect, you know, the one that, you know, just arrived without any ideas of what's right, what's wrong. You know, you followed your instincts as a baby. So this is that time right now to reconnect with that, you know, to perhaps look at the areas where you've built up some negative beliefs or some beliefs that hold you back, areas where you're not necessarily pleased with how things have progressed, and let those go, right? This is a time to get back to the basics here, time to get back to your beautiful bones. And the bones here I decorated, and inside I put the little heart, because that's really your essence. That is your soul. When you come down to it, that is who you are. What resides in that heart, that feeling that you can project outward, and and project inward too. This is about providing compassion inward during this time of letting go, and realizing that this life that you may have been clinging on to, it may not have been as nourishing. It may not have had all the elements there that you need now to move forward. And just like here we have this desert, the desert is really dry, but you can see, when you're in a desert, you can see for miles and miles. And so, that for me, this is that understanding of what's nurturing, what's not nurturing, and having a really clear vision for what that is. And so here with this poor cat here who's passed away, you can see it's sitting upright. Its bones are sitting upright. It's looking forward. It's looking out into the future. And it's going to rebuild that flesh. This is La Loba. She's the wild woman. She's the woman of the desert who collects the bones and reconstructs them and brings these creatures back to life so they can live again. And that's what we have going on here with this death card. So yes, we are experiencing this time of turmoil. And yes, you are not alone. Please understand, this is something where we're all in this right now, and we're all just doing the best we can, right? Every one of us, and every day, every interaction that we have, we're doing the best we can. Go inward right now. Find that wisdom that sits within you. It's there. It's your light. It is going to light the way for you. You're going to find grounding here in your community as well. So just know this is going to pass. And when you come out, you're going to be all the wiser for it. And again, it's time to let go of any beliefs that are holding you back. If you have a belief that collecting an unemployment check is beneath you, well, it might just be the thing that keeps you from getting sick, because you're filling your body with nourishment. So keep in mind here where we are pure, where we came into this world without ideas or beliefs that were instilled by other people. Follow your instincts here and rebuild. This is a time for rebuilding. So much love, peace, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.